Okay, so here I am, Southaven Point. Just took the ferry across. There it is, you can't see it. The lovely English coast is behind you at the moment. It's currently 10 a.m, so actually pretty early start considering the times that we've been starting the Southwest Coast Path.
Nice early start, so it's now 12:15.
It's 1:45.
I'm going to say 7:15.
Oh no, 7 to 7. But yeah, just made it Southaven Point. Already made my first wrong turn. So I put the Southaven Point into Google Maps expecting some sort of like marker or something saying you have ended the Southwest Coast Path. But as far as I could tell, there's nothing. But yeah, the plan is for today, I'm not entirely sure what my progress is going to be like, but I'm hoping I can at least get to, well, hopefully definitely through Swanage. The perfect thing would be to get to the start of the Lulworth Ranges, camp nearby there and then cross it early in the morning. But I don't know, I might be a little bit too ambitious and too far. So I can't really tell how well it's going to go. The little jog I did this morning to the bus stop, that was quite tiring with packing everything. So I'm wondering if this is just actually going to be like, there's going to be a lot of walking. Anyway, time to get going. Hooray! I've got to be a little bit careful because I don't want to end up filming any naturists, but I was just thinking I'm a bit warm. I've never experienced the purest form of running like they did back in 2000 BC. That was very freeing, doing that run through the naturist area. I feel a lot more comfortable. Coming to the first landmark, which is Knoll Beach car park. But yeah, progress is good. Problem is it's very sandy, which is made even worse by the fact that the bag's quite heavy, so I'm sort of sliding all over the place. I don't know if I'd prefer sand or hills, to be honest. I'm also a little bit confused about why none of the signposts have the Southwest Coast Path sign on them. Maybe I'm just on the wrong track. I would have thought, for being so close to the end, that it would be like really well landmarked and there'd be a lot of celebration. But yeah, I just don't know. Finally have some decent footpath. And it's not too hilly at the moment, so this is probably as good as the running is going to get. Just went past Fort Henry, bumped into someone, so immediately stopped recording. So I've just run through Old Harry Rocks, well, run through Knoll Beach, Middle Beach, Upper Beach, whatever all the other beaches are called, then the Old Harry Rocks, then through Swanage where there was a weird folk festival going on, and now I'm at Pepperell Point and I'm just having a spot of lunch. It's currently 1:45. Yeah, I don't know if I'm hoping I'm going to get to the start of the Lulworth Ranges today. But yeah, dancing ledge down there. It is quite cool down there, but I'm not going to go all the way down because it's a bit of a climb and I'm just yomping on at the moment. I think next landmark I'm going to recognise is St Oldham's Head. It's got a weird diagonal church in it, and also some bouldering. I might take a break there, but just have a sit down before yomping on. So currently sitting under some very rock-fallable rocks. Progress has slowed down quite substantially. I don't know what it is over the last 2 miles or so, but I've just been getting really tired. About 16 miles in. Yeah, I was thinking it'd be good to do a marathon, but 16 miles, that would mean I've got to do another 10 today, and the time currently is 3. So it would take me 4 hours to do 10 miles, so that would take to 7. Don't know if doing 10 miles will actually put me in the middle of the Lulworth Ranges as well. But yeah, this is St Aldham's Head. It's actually my second time here. Pretty scenic. It looks quite different on the climbing website because I think there's been a substantial amount of rock fall. So if this is my last recording, sorry about that. This is one of the climbs. There's another one on that corner there. Oh my god, so windy. I can't remember if wind is good for rockfall or bad for rockfall. So my plan is to head back up to the top, up some very sketchy steps, which maybe I'll film, then just yomp on. But yeah, it's transitioning from type 1 fun to maybe type 1.5 fun at the moment. Did a quick pit stop in a cafe, very nice cafe. I think somebody had converted their house into a cafe sort of thing. But I had a very nice sugary Fanta, a very nice ice cream, and she filled up all my water bottles, which I was getting a bit worried about. Re-energized, ready to continue on to Kimmeridge, which I swear keeps on getting further away on the signs. Okay, so maybe I'm making a horrible mistake here, but this is the entrance to the Lulworth Ranges. It's currently like, what time is it? It's 6 o'clock almost exactly. On conclusion of weekday firing, the gates to the range walks are opened as near as possible to 4:30 on the Friday afternoon. Okay. I was a little bit worried that I was gonna get like locked out if they shut them at night, but it seems like that is not the case. These are the bylaws. Every time I see a person I get scared. Currently 6 p.m. I've been walking since 10. I think I'm about 24 miles at the moment. And to get to the other side is 6.5. I'm sure there's something in the bylaws that say camping is actually like a real offence instead of a civil offence. So by walking in here, I'm sort of committing to walking the next 6 miles to the other side, which will probably take me to, well, mathematically, it will take me to 30 miles, which is a really decent day. And then on the other side is Lulworth Cove, and Lulworth Cove is quite a big population centre. I can refill my water or whatever and then find somewhere to camp. I should definitely make it to the other side for sunset time-ish, or it will definitely still be light if I do a bit of jogging. I'm not really that concerned once I get to Lulworth Cove because I'm sure I'll be able to find something if need be, and there's even like campsites and stuff, so if I really couldn't find anywhere to wild camp, I'll just pay for a campsite. But yeah, I haven't really done much filming because I've been yomping on. This is cool. I love military property. Having the goosebumps kind of fun at the moment. It's just so good. It's the perfect time of day. It's like sunny but also windy, so the temperature is almost perfect. The scenery is outstanding. So good. So good. Oh, I just walked up the world's biggest hill. I think I remember Charlie and Dad talking about that specific hill.
I wouldn't say it's quite 45 degrees.
I'd say it's very close.
And now I understand why it's like such a killer hill. I can't describe how steep this is. When you put it flat on the ground, it doesn't really do it justice. So steep, but getting there. I'm gonna say optimistically 1 hour before pitching up, but pessimistically like an hour 45. There's only 3 miles or so left of walking, but it is just grueling. Got a bit of moonlight now. I don't know if you can, looks huge in my eyes there. The sun has officially set, but I think the hills are over now, thank I'm yet to see the expanse of Lulworth Cove unfold before my eyes, so who knows, maybe I'm actually ages and ages away. Oh my god, I can actually see lights on Portland now. Lulworth 1 mile away, let's go. Crazy views as well, I don't know if you can see. Just gone off the main military bit and onto a very sketchy footpath, which, oh my god, it's more descent and up and down. Fuck. Leaving the Lulworth Ranges, you might notice something, which is that it's almost completely dark. I thought it was almost done, and then there's just this huge out bit. It took a bit longer than expected, but I just went through the gate and I can see lights in the distance. Okay, things aren't exactly going to plan. Lulworth was slightly further than I anticipated. Then when I got there, I saw that the tide was really high, so I then had to leave the beach and walk up a huge hill that I've just reached the top of. Apparently there's a sign to a youth hostel, so I'm going to follow that. Oh, good morning everyone. It is currently around 7 o'clock in the morning. I just left the hostel, the youth hostel, and back to yomping along the path, feeling significantly more tired than when I started yesterday. Had a cup of coffee, just walking along the top of Lulworth Cove at the moment. Yeah, so basically what happened yesterday, I said I was going to cross the Lulworth Ranges that night, and I'm glad I did, but I underestimated the amount of time it would take because of all the elevation and everything. By the time you saw the clips, it was just very dark, and I didn't particularly want to go on like a path that was right next to the coast, cliff edge. And I was just using a head torch. So yeah, I'm a bit disappointed that I didn't end up wild camping yesterday. I just would have liked to at least have the first day wild camping. The plan for today is, I don't think I'll do quite as far today. Portland is just off in the distance, and I think it'd be really fun to wild camp on Portland. I'll see what progress is like. Yeah, I think the whole lot is to get to where I want to go. It's like 75 miles from Southaven Point, and I've already done 31, but that's including a little bit of back and forth. Yeah, I probably need to average about 22 miles per day to finish on Monday, which would be nice. Not looking forward to that climb. This is where doors were invented. Oh, it is currently 9 AM-ish. Lots of hills, very tired. Really craving some food that isn't nuts or chocolate, to be honest. But there's a village called Ringstead, I think it's a village, coming up in about 1.5 miles. And then, I can't remember what it's called, Weymouth or Westbury or something, I can't remember. Maybe an hour or two's walk away, and hopefully get like a sandwich or something. I'm hoping that that was the last hill, and it's just all a gentle downhill from here. Got the first bit of rain now. I can also hear thunder, which is fun, because I'm like the only metal thing for a while. So hopefully I don't get struck by lightning. It's now 10 to 11. Just went through Ringstead. Found a lovely cafe and had a chicken burger and a very sugary coffee. I felt very rejuvenated afterwards. I think I'm going through Osmington at the moment. Much less hilly than the first bit of today. Yeah, the plan is, I don't know if this is too ambitious or not ambitious enough, but to get to Portland, which you can see in the background there. Get to Portland, go around Portland, but not all the way back along the bridge. Stop just short of the road back across, and then wild camp on the plains on the like west side of it. And if I do that, then that'll put me at 26 miles, which will be a marathon. And I've never done a back-to-back marathon day. Walked through Westbury, ran along the promenade because that's probably the flattest and most level part of the run. The time is currently 10 to 1 and I don't know what the distance is. I reckon it's probably around 14 miles. So just made a little stop after running across the straight bit, which it felt like it was miles and miles and miles long, but I think it's like less than half a mile, but I'm just so gassed. Strava is saying at the moment that I'm 18 miles in, I think. 18.1 miles, which is good because it is only 20 to 2. All I need to do to get to the next marathon is walk another 8 miles, which is a piece of piss really. I just spilled a smoothie on my sock there, that's nice. The plan is to start going around Portland. I think from here the full loop is maybe 14 miles, which is a pretty decent. I don't want to do that all today. Well, I'll have a look on the map because West Bay from like where I'm sitting right now, without including the Portland loop, is only about 20 miles. If I make a really good stint today and get sort of most of the way around, then tomorrow I'll actually be I'll be done, which I'll be super happy with because then I'll be finishing either 1 day or 2 days earlier than I was originally intending to. But yeah, spirits are overall good. Just very much enjoying this little break before continuing on. Almost immediately after I started filming the last clip, it started chucking it down with rain, and it was very cold. Energy levels aren't 100% at the moment, but I'm hoping that just by yomping on, I'll feel better in a minute. Sun is back out. I'm just coming up to Church Oak Cove, walking through a place called the Cuttings. Along these walls there's a bunch of sport. Along all these walls there's a bunch of sport climbing routes as well, which I don't have the know-how to try, but I would love to try one day. I don't really know how to read maps. There is another path that's further down. The little like coastal path, southwest coast path markers follow along this road, but the only problem is I remember Charlie saying when him and Dad walked this bit, they were actually right on the beach, but I just don't really want to. It's the point now where I'm loving the paved surfaces and the gentle inclines rather than the undulating up and down trip hazard central. I'm maybe of a fifth of the way around Portland. It's only 3:30, so plenty of walking left to do. My plan is just to walk until 7 or 7:30 and then pitch up in the next spot that I find. But yeah, it should be good. I need to have some more water and some electrolytes as well. I made a slight wrong turn and ended up climbing up quite a bit, only to realise I've got to come down. But it does give me a chance to talk about Terra Boulder. You'll see why it's called Terra Boulder in just a moment. That's what I've done today. Lulworth Cove to Rufus Castle. The plan is, there's a quarry that's about an hour's walk away from back there. The plan is to attempt a wild camp there. The contingency plan is that there's a nearby campsite. Tried a bit more running and my legs don't have it anymore. Progress is slow but steady. Thought I'd spotted another wild camper pitching up their tent, but on closer inspection, it's actually a horse. How does the person in the roundhouse buy any furniture? They have to get circular sofas. So I thought that I'd found the perfect place to wild camp, and under any normal circumstances I would wild camp here, but there's a police helicopter circling around, and I know that the police helicopter isn't for me, but even so, I'm worried that they're gonna say something to someone and then I'll get moved on or something. So I'm walking to a campsite now that's only 40 minutes away. The path closed, so there's a diversion. There's the city, I can't remember what it's called. Just coming up to another 50 kilometers. So that'll be 100k in 2 days, which I'm pretty happy with. Pretty pleased. Okay. So I made it to the campsite. Basically I worked out that by the time I finish, when I run to the campsite, it's going to be at like 30.5 miles, and I know that 50k is like 31.1, so I just couldn't bring myself to leave Strava saying like, oh, this guy's run 49.5 kilometers, and at the end I did like another grueling 10 minutes of running up and down. Had a nightmare trying to put up my tent. I say nightmare because I'm not very experienced tent user. I don't think I would have been able to pitch up last night in Lulworth in the pitch black. Yeah, inflating my thing. Just found out that these one-way valve things actually work without a pump as well. So whereas before I was going like, which obviously doesn't work and makes me feel really lightheaded. You can just inflate them like this. But yeah, legs are feeling pretty tired, very dehydrated. The other thing was that this is on like a bed of stone, so none of the pegs were really going in. But yeah, it's pretty cozy. I think I'm definitely going to finish tomorrow, so I'm planning on just like having a little bit of a mini feast. I bought some goodies from Lidl earlier that I didn't eat, so I've got a baguette and 2 pizzas, which could be better. So yeah, I'm going to heat up some water using my stove thing, make a hot chocolate as well, and then I'm so zonked that I'm probably just going to go to sleep. Oops. Hello.
Yo, Oz, on further investigation, I see you're at a campsite.
I am at a campsite. Say hello to the camera.
Ah, hello, camera.
Hello, camera. Time to do some cooking. Fuck! Oh no. Okay, so what I've just done is spill boiling water on the inside of the tent. Luckily it didn't go over the bed. I've not really got anything to mop it up with, although it's seeping into the ground. Oh, I don't want to get burned. Oh. And what I've just done is spill chocolate powder everywhere. Very gloopy. I'm gonna put this outside, eat some more food, lying down.
think it's finally time for bed. It is 11:15, which is a lot later than I would have hoped. Just perfect amount of time for some Instagram reels just before bed. This one's good.
Good morning. So it's currently 7:30. A little bit of a late start today, but tent is all packed up. Just having some breakfast, all-day breakfast. Time is currently 8:15. Just leaving the campsite now, or I've just left the campsite, and now I've got to walk down or up the world's steepest hill to get back to the southwest coast path. But yeah, the plan is to just walk to Bridport West Bay, which is where I started, which is the point where where we started a section a couple of years ago. So once I get there, I would have connected up from the ferry all the way to Dartmouth actually. So, but yeah, Dad's meeting me at Bridport, so my camping days are over. Check I was going the right way there. Is this really the way? No way. Definitely down here. Tide's in, so I'm having to take the scenic route. Okay, so the time is about 80 to 12. Next landmark, Abbotsbury, which is about 7.5 miles away. Walking's been good. I've been through some campsites. Paths have been excellent. It's not too steep, and I can't see any hills up in the distance. Yeah, if I had to do the same hills that I was doing yesterday morning now, I think I'd be a lot less happy. It's a bit too painful to run at the moment, so I'm just walking as fast as I possibly can. Hopefully I'll make it to Abbotsbury by around 1 p.m-ish, and then I think from there it's about another 10 miles to West Bay. It should be good. Well, path's getting a bit vague here. I swear the previous sign said 3 miles. As you can see, there's a slight obstruction in the footpath, so I'm going to have to go back to Portland and continue on an alternative route. This is unpassable. I'm not being funny, but this bit of the coast path isn't very coastal. And I bet Charlie gets round to editing the section he did when he did this with Dad. One of them would have made exactly the same comment. Probably 1.75 miles from Abbotsbury. Going is very slow at the moment, and it's very hot and sunny, verging more towards type 2 fun than type 1 fun. Yeah, I think that sign was really demoralising, where it said Abbotsbury 3 miles away, and then I walked for like a mile, and then it said Abbotsbury 3.5 miles away. But I think that for real, I'm actually quite close by now. Just passed through Abbotsbury, or I say just passed through. Stopped off at the Swannery to have a steak pasty and a nice cold fizzy drink. But now I'm yomping on once again. I plotted it on the map, and I think today, if you trust the crude estimate of the distance, I've got about 8 more miles to do, or 8 to 10 more miles, and I've already done 14, so it's good knowing that I'm over halfway done now. Yeah, I think I'm just about to connect back up to that strait of to Chesil Beach, which is the super long beach that runs parallel to the coastline. So exciting stuff. Just checking that I actually have gone all the way to Bridport using the handy Southwest Coast Path progress tracker. I can now see in the horizon, I don't know how well it will show up, but I've got a handy pointing stick. I think that over there is the Undercliff, which is where, I don't know when we did it, when did we do it? 2022. Once I make it to Bridport, we've gone all the way from where the ferry is, Southaven Point, to Dartmouth, which is fun. I think about 6 miles of walking left, so we're at 3 hours at the rate of progress it's been going on.
I don't know if it's because the end is in sight now. I've got running energy, finally. Dad's actually coming to pick me up. I just placed him on the phone. Turns out he's staying at a campsite that's directly on the coast path. So I'm gonna run past him quite soon. Just going through Burton Bradstock now, about 2 miles left, 2 miles. Dad is apparently nearby, but I'm not sure where. Yeah, I thought it looked familiar. And I think this is actually where we stayed on a couple of the nights when we were doing the section that started at West Bay. Just 2 more miles to go. Okay, so it turns out I've already somehow gone past Dad. So the plan is updated to just meet him in the car park, which can be fun. But I must be like 1.5 miles away now. So close, so close. It's just coming down a very steep hill.
We're at the bottom of West Bay Cliffs, and I think I can see Ollie in the distance. Could that be? Could that be the boy? It's the boy!
Hello!
Hello!
Oh,
Well done!
thanks.
Good thing is you don't look like you're too hot.
Oh,
Have you had a good run all the way from Shell Bay all the way to West Beach near Bridport?
I have. It's very tiring. Hopefully if I cut together the first and last bit, it looked like I ran the whole way. Lots of walking involved. But yeah, so tired. I don't know. I think I'm going to go a little bit further to connect the dots up. Or at least to the car park. Awesome.
Well done.
Thanks. We know that we were for sure here.
We were at this particular bus stop, we remember it well, Harbour Amusements. So you have now officially caught up with, have you caught up with me?
You've done a bit more, I think you've done 2 other sections.
I am still better.
Still in the lead.
better,
And
still
same
in the
with Charlie, who's in the lead as well. But maybe next year I'll catch up on those sections.
Okay, so what I've just done is spill boiling water on the inside of the tent. And what I've just done is spill chocolate powder everywhere.